this is the captain. We'd like to welcome you on board.
Regal Princess is one of the largest luxury cruise ships in the world.
Basically, we have everything a small town has and a population to go with it.
A crew of 1,400 live and work on board for up to 9 months at a time.
Normally, when you're on the toilet on the other ships, you've got one leg in the shower.
From new recruits...
I was scared. I was like, oh my God, am I going to like it?
...to senior officers.
Dusty, if I don't like something, I will tell him straight in the face.
This is the story of life at sea.
Get up, you're gonna have so much fun.
Tonight, hotel manager Dirk hosts an award ceremony for the crew with big prizes on offer.
I have the very top secret list here in my pocket. And let's have a look who has been rewarded.
Engineer Scott is missing home.
Hang on, you're breaking up, Mum. Oh, this is a nightmare, this.
And Timothy is cock-a-hoop about his new job with the excursions team.
It's exciting, right?
As dawn breaks on Regal Princess, the crew is already hard at work.
Good morning, how are you?
Hotel manager Dirk is patrolling the ship for one of his infamous inspections.
Ah, here we go. That's what we don't want on the floor, right? So we want to make sure nobody falls here. I think it went the wrong way. Can happen, right? Every day we maintain rounds in order to check our health and safety standards. We aim for perfection, but as we know, not everything is always perfect in the world, and if I wouldn't have a job.
But Dirk's not just looking for mistakes. Today he's on the hunt for crew going over and above the call of duty.
Look at those smiles, huh? I think if I ever would be in a bad mood, I come here, I get those beautiful smiles, it's gone in a second.
Working away from home isn't all plain sailing. To keep up morale, Dirk runs an Employee of the Month competition.
A happy crew member makes a happy guest, very simple. So we try to catch them doing things well, but only one person can win in a month, of course.
Everyone in the crew is in the running. Dirk will reveal the winner at a grand award ceremony in a few days' time.
The Employee of the Month gets rewarded with deck privileges, tours, dinners, cash rewards, extra time off, and they get a little special badge, and they're very proud of to do this.
Good morning, enjoy.
With a top prize of $500, competition is fierce. The current king of the awards is lost luggage expert Herbert. In his cabin, he's got a special wall to prove it.
This was my first year at sea, and in October 2011 I was announced the consummate host of the month, and I couldn't believe it that it was me. It was one of the best moments of my life. In the last 4.5 years I have achieved consummate host of the month 3 times. I cannot explain how happy I am, of course.
With the awards fast approaching, everyone is going the extra mile.
Here we go.
On the front desk, Timothy's been charming the passengers.
He's the best. He's the best.
Today's his big day. Following a successful trial with the shore excursion team, he's changing jobs.
I have
This message is from the passenger services desk.
30 minutes left on the passenger services desk. I'm really excited. I'm just really excited to do something different.
But before handing in his uniform, Timothy has to say goodbye to his supervisor.
I don't know how I'm gonna leave Herbert, to be honest, because I just can't go a day without seeing Herbert. I'm actually quite sad because I'm gonna leave.
I'll miss you though, having part of my team.
Because I'm amazing.
Well, something like that.
Thanks, Herbert. That's so funny.
And don't be late.
I hope not. I'm out skis. I'm so excited. But, you know, I'm gonna miss these guys, of course. But, yeah, big time. I'm gonna miss them, big time.
Hotel engineer Scott has only been on board a few weeks, and he's keen to make a good impression. Down in the engine room, he's taking charge of one of the most important jobs on board, making drinking water from the sea.
You know when you get mineral water, it's all filtered by the rock, the calcium-rich stone. That's all it is, just a mineral filter.
The passengers get through more than 1 million litres of water a day. It's down to Scott to keep it flowing.
I want to take a photograph of the condition of the sand that's in there at the moment.
When people are opening the tap or having a shower, I don't think they realise every time we're at sea we're constantly making water and filling up tanks. If there was a problem down here and we couldn't make water, we'd have a serious problem.
That's quite clean, actually. Carry on, guys. Happy.
Scott has to make sure there are no mistakes. Everyone on board is relying on him.
Looking after the drinking water is a big responsibility. If you muck that up, you can seriously make someone ill, you know?
While the guests put their feet up, the crew have to work around the clock without days off. 11 years ago, deckhand Raymond said goodbye to his 7 sisters in the Philippines to come to sea, and he has big ambitions.
My dream is to become a captain of the ship. Hopefully someday.
For now, Raymond has to settle for driving slightly smaller tender boats.
Morning.
Today, he has to get the passengers ashore for a day of sightseeing.
Shore party, tender 11 approaching with 163 passengers on board. I do everything I can to bring all the passengers safe and sound.
It's very, very smooth. I've never had that smooth of a tender ride.
Raymond might be a hit with the guests, but to be in the running for the Employee Award, he needs to impress the ship's officers in the next few days.
If you get chosen for these nominations, wow, I can't say anything about it. It's just wow.
When the contenders are announced, Captain Perrin and the senior crew have to choose a winner. A captain has to do much more than steer the ship. Today, he has a very special appointment at the altar.
When I came away to sea as a cadet, the last thing on earth I ever imagined myself doing was standing there renewing somebody's wedding vows. Sometimes I'm renewing a couple's vows after about 3-4 years, and I wonder which was the naughty one there, but yeah, none of my business. All I want to do is make them happy.
The ship caters for many special occasions and even has its own chapel. Today, Australian passengers Lynette and Peter will walk down the aisle to celebrate their golden wedding.
Sometimes it doesn't seem that long. Yeah, something we can both be pretty proud of.
My life wouldn't be a life if I didn't have Peter. And I just love him so much, I just couldn't imagine being without him. And I felt that right from the word go.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're gathered here this evening for a very special reason, for Peter and Lynette to renew an everlasting commitment, your wedding vows first made 50 years ago. I renew my commitment to you as your husband.
I renew my commitment to you as your husband.
I renew my commitment to you as your wife.
I renew my commitment to you as
your wife. Now, as the master of Regal Princess, it now gives me great pleasure to say that I repronounce you husband and wife. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I think she deserves a kiss now.
It was beautiful. It was a lovely, lovely experience. and to have the captain do it was even more special.
Back of house, Timothy's own special moment has arrived. He's finally starting his new job.
I just need to load on the hairspray. This uniform is much better. The whites, passengers always they're like, "Wow, you look good in your whites," and I'm like, "Yeah, I do."
Even though he's just moving across the corridor, Timothy's been counting down the days.
Finally! It's exciting, right?
Welcome to the team.
Thank you.
Are you happy?
Yeah. I don't know how I'm gonna work next to you. Just kidding, Tati, just kidding. We'll be super professional.
It's a cozy start, but Timothy's reputation for sailing close to the wind has followed him across the ship.
I think I might have to control him and Emma at times, but it will be fun. I'm really glad to have him here.
I like to have fun, but when there's work to be done, I'm like hardcore, so they'll notice. I'll prove. I'm not always the naughty one.
Timothy will have to live up to his promise, and in the next few days, he'll have to really earn his stripes. On Regal Princess, the crew were working under Dirk's watchful eye, ahead of the forthcoming staff awards.
Good morning, good morning. Hey, how you doing? Good to see you. You well? All right.
The competition is designed to keep spirits high, as the crew have to work every day for months at a time.
Good morning, coffee time.
Engineer Scott has been on board for just a few weeks, but already the workload is taking its toll.
I tell you what, a couple of days ago I was a little bit homesick. It hits you sometimes. It was my dad's 68th birthday, so I've got to kind of phone home, wish him a happy belated birthday, and just kind of see what the family's up to, really.
But thousands of miles from home, video calling with Skype at sea isn't easy.
You're like a Mega Drive game, you're very pixelated. Hang on, you're breaking up.
Yeah.
Ma'am. Oh, just lost contact. Hello.
So how are you? Alright?
Too bad. So, happy belated birthday, Dad. 68. How does it feel? Oh no. It's gone again, hasn't it? Hello. This is a nightmare, this.
While the passengers enjoy a cocktail, awards hopeful Raymond is out on deck braving the elements.
We start at 5 to make sure that all designated areas are all clean. That's a normal daily routine for myself. Like, my body is already get used to it.
The prospect of winning the Employee Award is keeping everyone on their toes. The faint hope they could be the chosen one.
This event is one of the biggest events on board. Even though everybody is working hard, if you win the Consummatos of the month, you win $500. It's a big money. It's a big bucket.
On the shore excursions desk, Timothy has to make good on his promise and show that he's up to the job.
Just want to make sure I put you on the right one.
His first test is to sort out a group booking with a complex itinerary.
It shouldn't take that long. Oh, you have a lot. All right, just give me 1 second, sorry. I think I forgot something.
Timothy, do you need help?
No, I'm good. Stop making me feel like I don't know what's going on here.
20 torn-up ticket stubs later, it's job done.
All right, I fixed her.
Thank you
so much.
All right, see you later.
I think he's doing okay. He's kind of just getting on with it himself now, which is really good.
Australian?
Yes.
How you going? Yeah.
Thank you. I can hear him cracking a few giggles every now and then, so that's always a good sign. If he wasn't, I'd be a little bit worried.
While Timothy gets to grips with his new role, Scott's in the bar. But he's not kicking back with a pina colada just yet. He's on a mission to make a fix.
All the water they've had is that. That's all they've had for 2 months. That's just absolutely shocking. If I get this done, I'll be in the good books for sure.
After a couple of difficult weeks, it's a job that could get him noticed by his boss.
Very good. Good job.
Ready, Pino?
All right.
Woo! We have water. Happy days. Well done, guys. I can now tell the HGM he's got water in his bar for the first time in about 2 months. So I'm happy, proper chuffed.
On the upper deck, the ship's most senior officers are gathering at the captain's table. They have to select a winner for the Employee of the Month title from a crew of more than 1,000.
If you don't mind, we could just go around the table. Who nominated whom? If you give us one sentence of why the person was nominated. So let's start with the first lady.
She has a very good interaction with the passengers. She's above the standard.
This gentleman actually found a bag which contained 1,315 euros.
He is just so bubbly with the passengers and chatting and smiley.
We had a medical emergency about a month ago, and she translated throughout the night.
Okay, no peeking.
The winner will be decided by a vote. To keep the result under wraps, it's a secret ballot.
Okay, thank you so much for your time and much appreciated. You have a wonderful day.
Guten Morgen.
After a shaky start on the desk, Timothy's been given a chance to prove himself on dispatch, sending passengers on their tours.
Well, this is my first dispatch, all by myself. I've been part of it before, but I just never had my own lounge.
But time is of the essence, and already there's a problem.
That's -6, but did anybody else show up?
We might have lost 2 passengers.
Oh, okay then.
Where did he go?
Pedro!
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 Rapido, Pedro! Rapido! So this lady, she should have been gone off by now. She's going to get her husband, Pedro.
Luckily for Timothy, Pedro hasn't strayed far.
Pedro! You found him? Here we go. Can you come with me? Where were you? Were you sleeping in? Here you go. See you guys. Have a good day. I'm like a sheep herder, so you can call me like Joseph or something. Because I just bring my little sheep all around the ship. Have a good day.
It's the day of the staff award ceremony, and Dirk has ordered a banquet with all the trimmings.
The dolphin is coming out of the salad, looks like.
Hundreds of crew have been selected to join the feast.
That's the best reward we can give them, is nice food, I think. Food, time off, and internet. Very, very important on the important scale. Buffet is open, enjoy. Buon appetito.
As the hopefuls gather for the announcement, Dirk is keeping tight-lipped.
I already know who's winning, yeah, so I can prepare myself a little bit. But it's a top secret, so I can't tell anybody, otherwise I would have to kill them.
Just one person can take the award, and there's a friendly rivalry brewing.
I'm here to represent the technical team. It's a good vibe, you know. Nice food.
I would like to start, and I have the very top secret list here in my pocket. And let's have a look who has been rewarded. And now the drum roll. The drum roll. The moment everybody was waiting for. The consummate host of the month with a $500 cash award. Yes, I'm looking at you. Raymond, our consummate host of the month. So everybody knows about it. Raymond always exceeds. He goes above and beyond, and really, really, we all very much appreciate you, Raymond. Thank you for your great attitude.
I don't know what to say. I don't know what to react, but smile. I'm so happy.
Congratulations.
I don't know how to describe it, but it's priceless.
Next time, the captain throws a huge party as the ship celebrates its first birthday.
Here we go. That's a big cake, isn't it?
Picky hotel manager Dirk gets shirty in the laundry.
They got damaged, I guess, no? If I don't like something, I will tell them straight in the face.
And dancer Dulcie can't wait for her boyfriend to visit.
She was so exciting. Few days, 3 days, 2 days, 1 day.